seeing that Trump actually is coming through the courtroom there. Let's listen in.
It's in coordination with the White House and Joe Biden because he can't win a campaign fairly. And we're going through it, but it is indeed a terrible witch hunt. We're going to have a news conference a little bit later on. As you know, I want to speak. I want to make the summation. At this moment, the judge is not letting me make the summation because I'll bring up things that he doesn't want to hear. And it's a very unfair trial. Nobody's seen anything like this. I don't think they've ever seen anything like this. We have a situation where a statute was used that doesn't give me a jury, so I have no jury. I really have no rights, and it's and nobody thinks it's constitutional. People, legal scholars are writing about it like it's something they've never seen before. So it's interference, it's political interference, and it's something that shouldn't be allowed. So I am hoping to speak and to help my lawyers reveal all of the defects of this case. It should have never been brought. Very, very strong financial statements. They thought it was the opposite. They had no idea because I'm a private company. Then they saw them knock their socks off. They couldn't believe it. But great financial statements. Everything is good. We have a level of detail in our defense that nobody's ever had. This is a case that should have never been brought, and it was brought. And it's very unfair, and it's very bad for New York State. Companies are fleeing, people are fleeing, the streets are crime-ridden, and Letitia James, that's all she thinks about is get Trump. She's been dreaming about it for years, and it's, you know, it's not the way a state should be run, because this is a state that's been in big trouble. You have all the businesses fleeing, and you have the people fleeing, the people that pay taxes. People that don't pay taxes are coming in, so that's not what you want. So I want to thank you. We're going to have a news conference today around, we don't know the time, we'll notify you, but sometime in the early afternoon at 40 Wall Street. So we'll give a news conference where we can actually speak and have a microphone here, because even that they don't want us to have. They really don't want us to speak too much. So we'll see whether or not the judge allows me to speak. Perhaps he won't, but I certainly would like to. Thank you very much.
You're watching Live, Raw, and Unfiltered outside of that Manhattan courtroom. The former president, Donald Trump, walking in with his attorney and the legal team. He just spoke to the media ahead of those closing arguments in his civil fraud trial. A few things to take away from what he just said. He says he hopes to speak as a part of those closing arguments, but we do know that the judge did already deny that request. I guess he's holding on to hope that the judge will change that decision, but I guess we'll all see if that happens. We also know that New York Attorney General Letitia James, he mentioned her as well. She has already walked inside of that courtroom. She did not speak to the media, so we're expecting to possibly get some remarks from her after those closing arguments. The former president, Donald Trump, also saying he will hold a media briefing later today. He did not give a specific time, but of course, you know, if he has one, you can get that Live, Raw, and Unfiltered right here on Live Now from Fox.